Sharon?
Yeah. You can see it?
I'm curious why you have, like, are you advocating for, like, his grab people by the pussy attitude?
Oh, come on. I'm just out here having fun with it. They put it out there. I'm using it. I mean, you want to stay in here and see how many people laugh at that? I mean, we can't take this stuff seriously. Otherwise, this political correctness bullshit has gotten us into the mess we're in. Well, we're going to go around and start, this and all that, making a big issue at every little stupid thing that comes along. I mean, that's where we're at. That's why nobody can get along. I mean, come on, we're going to laugh at this crap.
So would you say you're a Trump supporter?
Oh, sure, yeah. Why wouldn't I? I mean, he's the president of the country. Why wouldn't I want him to succeed? I mean, it's like saying, if I'm on a plane, I want the pilot to have a heart attack.
What if Hillary Clinton was the president? Wouldn't you want her to succeed then, too?
Not with her policies, because I don't think anything she had was for America. I mean, I think her policies were directly related for globalization. It wasn't supposed to be, Trump wasn't even supposed to be in there. It was supposed to be Bush and Clinton. And then it would have made no difference who got elected because they're both part of the same oligarchy. They vacation together. So they're the same people. So that's why the left was Bernie Sanders and then the right went to Trump because they were outside the establishment. Because this election was about us against the bullshit. We were tired of getting lied to. That's what it was all about.
What would you have? I'm just curious, like what, because if you're just mainly anti-establishment, would you have been okay with Bernie Sanders? Like, would you have been more okay with Bernie Sanders than Hillary Clinton?
No. Oh, well, Bernie, in a sense, but here, understand that there's a lawsuit right now against the Democratic National Committee by Bernie Sanders supporters for stealing the nomination from him. Now, why don't we hear Bernie out there talking about this? Why? Because on the very first day of the Democratic National Committee, because I must have seen 15 parades here for Bernie Sanders, I never saw one clip. He had that nomination stolen. WikiLeaks came out with the evidence the day the DNC started. It said, here, Bernie, look, they stole it from you. Here it is. Wasserman Schultz booed off the stage and resigned that day at the first day of the National Convention because of that. All Bernie had to do was walk in there and go, this is mine, this is the proof. And what did he do? You guys gotta go support Hillary Clinton. The person I said was a corporate whore. Yeah, Bernie, thank you very much for kicking us in the rear end and stabbing us. So, Bernie Sanders people are suing the DNC. You think that'd be big news, right? No. 3 people have been murdered in that case that were witnesses for the prosecution. Seth Rich being one of them, who was a Bernie Sanders supporter who was in charge of the DNC data emails. He's the one that leaked it to WikiLeaks because that's why WikiLeaks came out, gave a $25,000 reward for finding out the murderers of Seth Rich. The DNC didn't give any.
Okay.
So why wouldn't the DNC have given it a reward to find out the murderers of Seth Rich? Maybe because they had him murdered. So why isn't, where's Bernie? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's right. He's retired on that $600,000 lakefront house he bought with cash and driving around that new red Volvo. And now his wife's being investigated by the FBI for fraud. So don't give me that Bernie Sanders bullshit. That guy spent his entire life in the government. Tell me one thing he's ever built. Please. Show me somebody that's built something and actually been out here with us.
Do you see that in Donald Trump?
Didn't he build something?
What did he build?
Many buildings. He's got buildings with his name on it.
Subcontracts his name out.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
But he still builds. He's built buildings. The guy
sells.
But he's a businessman. I mean, I don't give a damn what you want. The man's made money by doing business.
But he's also, what do you think about the fact that he's like gone? He's actually in a ton of debt and has like a lot of lawsuits against him for really shady business practices. Like, do you...
Work them out. Most of them have been dropped. I mean, where are they? Let me see. Where are they?
I know, because he's the president, has a lot of money, and he's like...
Also, you technically can't sue the president.
Yeah. While he's in office, you can't
touch. You can touch Obama. You can't touch Trump while they're in office. Presidential.
But I'm always asking people. I get a lot of people. Oh, you should be in jail. I said, for what? What law has he broken? Name the law.
What law has he?
In a lot of cases,
law. I'll talk. I could spend the rest of the day here talking about the crimes this woman's committed. I mean, she admitted to keeping top secret documents.
We're talking about Trump right now. You can't compare Trump to Hillary and then no, we're just talking about Trump and any potential crimes he's committed. So Trump, in several cases, has been brought to trial over not paying his workers for services rendered. Because he either left the project, backed out.
How many people have you talked to that have done direct business with Donald Trump?
I've not talked to anyone. How many people have you talked to?
I have talked to probably a dozen. I'm being kind here.
Small sample size.
I've talked to 2 Secret Service agents for him out here. I talked to the man that put his first pipes in his very first building, and I asked him, how is he going to deal with? I mean, did you have direct dealings with him? He said, yeah. I said, how is it? How did he deal with you? How was he? He said, he brings you in a room. He asks you, how much? He's direct. He says, how much? I told him the figure for the deal. He says, you knock off $200,000 for that, and I'm going to get you more business. You use my name, and it'll work out for you. I said, did it? He said, yeah. I said, was he fair? Yeah. I've talked to people that have worked for him in his businesses. One woman told me that there was a nurse visiting for health, doing health checkups and whatnot. She was only getting paid like $2 a visit, some ridiculous amount. Trump found out about this. One of the employees talked to Trump about it. He came down and talked to that woman and then went ahead and gave her a salary she could actually, a stipend that was fair, that she was for the work she was doing. This is the biggest one, though. I talked to a man out here one day. He had a lot of gravitas. I mean, you could tell he's a very serious man. So I asked him what he did, and he told me he's retired military. And I says, I didn't see any tattoos on him. And I said, what do you do? What'd you do? And he says, I was deep ops. I was the guy that went back in the jungles, and we performed missions. We had no tattoos. We didn't carry any insignias. We were search and destroy. They were on a mission down in South America, drug interdiction and search and destroy. It went bad. Something went bad. Obama was not going to rescue him. He was just going to let him die. Nobody knew about him. No tags. Let him die. Trump sent his own people down there and rescued him. I took that with a grain of salt. I said, that sounds good. It's a nice story. Several months later, another guy comes by, same thing, about him. And we got to talking, these special ops. I talked to another guy in your thing, and I told him the story. This guy just you could see his whole demeanor. He just looked at me, and you could see he was looking at he was looking at a ghost. I said, what is it? Because you know how many people know that story? Maybe a dozen. I was one of the guys he rescued.
That sounds really infeasible. That sounds...
I got it on video. You want to go see it? I mean, I take it with it as you want.
I'm just taking it with a grain of salt, like 2 guys saying you're never going to be able to prove or disprove that.
Yeah, but why would 2 guys say something like that from, out of the blue that didn't, from months apart?
Yeah, I think I actually appreciate you sharing all this with us because honestly, I don't like talking to my Trump supporters, so I appreciate you sharing this. We'll get going now. Yeah. But your name's Michael.
Yes, thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. I hope you, check out some of the things I said. See if, see what they're real or not.
Yeah. All right.
Bye, guys.
Thanks.